Do you have any other tips or advice, Steve?
I do, Angie, actually. You were asking earlier about any issues that have happened with the Flex administrations, and I talked about, and Patrick brought up the proctors not knowing the rules regarding scratch paper. I talked about internet connectivity issues. There's one other thing I should mention, which is that for the July LSAT Flex, some folks may have heard that 1% of tests were lost with that administration, meaning there was some sort of data corruption when transmitting the information from ProgderU to LSAC. 1% of people was approximately 120 test takers whose results were lost due to data corruption issues. Obviously, that's a disaster for those people, even if it's a relatively small number out of the 12,000 or so who took that test. Now, LSAC brought in Microsoft to look at the data and see if there was a way to recover the scores, and a lot of them were able to be recovered. But in the process, some people's scores came back much lower than they should have been.
Oh no.
Meaning they dropped
terrible.
30, 40, 50 points.
Oh my God.
But there was obviously a mistake in the score that was recovered, so to speak, because it wasn't the actual score. What happened was some sections were entirely lost, or they were mixed up, like they took your results for section 1 and section 2 and flipped them around. So obviously then most questions that ended up being wrong, the ones that were right would have been simply by chance.
Oh my God.
In most of those cases, they fixed it, but there was obviously a lot of stress for those involved. I don't expect this to ever happen again. LSAC obviously takes it very seriously, and of course that has an impact on the integrity of the exam results. So I don't think it'll happen. I don't want people to worry too much about this, but folks should be aware. As for what you can do proactively, I would say track your results. Track your practice test results and screenshot them, email to yourself, keep a log so that on the very, very tiny chance this happened to you and that this ever happened again, you would be able to say to LSAC, hey, look, here are all my results in Law Hub, or here are all my results in Khan Academy. I've tracked all of them for the past month or two, and my average test score is in the 160s or the 170s, or even the high 150s, whatever it is. So then you could say, you're giving me a 133. I question the integrity of this. I want you to look into it. I want you to see if maybe you mixed up the results. And that way, at least they can cancel your score altogether. So it's not on record, because obviously you don't want that score to be on record, or at least they can look into it and potentially fix it. So again, highly unlikely this would ever happen again. And even if so, that it would happen to you, but good to be prepared and good to have all the evidence to bring them if necessary. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.